Hello, my name is Isaac and I'll be talking about JavaScript transpilers. So first I'll go over a brief history of JavaScript. JavaScript was created by Brendan Eich, who created it in 1995 for the Netscape browser. That later became known as Firefox. The first implementation of JavaScript was created in 10 days. It was given the name of JavaScript because Java was huge back in the 90s and they did it as a marketing move. So I'll just do a brief explanation of a transpiler versus a compiler. So a compiler takes a program and creates the corresponding machine code or assembly for that program. And a transpiler takes a program and creates another program that could be in a different language or it could be the same language. So here in the picture we have a function in C, and the compiler would create the machine code on the left and the transpiler would create a program in JavaScript. So why would we use a JavaScript transpiler? Well, for one, browsers only run in JavaScript. If you're going to build a web app, it needs to be written in JavaScript in order for the browser to run it. The benefits of using a transpiler are added features, which I'll be going over, just like for JavaScript, or the removal of bad features. Here in the picture we have, it's a bit of a joke. The joke is that JavaScript has a lot of bad parts. So right now the most popular languages that transpile to JavaScript are TypeScript, which was developed by Microsoft, CoffeeScript, and Dart, which was developed by Google. Okay, so I'll go over TypeScript for a bit. TypeScript, like the name says, is JavaScript with type checking. Type checking is optional, so you can decide to use it or not. It is a superset of JavaScript. So like C++ is a superset of C. That means that any program valid in JavaScript is also valid in TypeScript. TypeScript is also known as the future of JavaScript. It employs a lot of proposals to JavaScript, such as optional type checking. That's a future proposal. The let keyword and the constant keyword. Microsoft has created a wide variety of tools for TypeScript. It's supported by Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code. These IDEs support features such as static type checking and code refactoring. These features are impossible to do with normal JavaScript, as the types make these sort of things possible. Here in the GIF we have a Visual Studio Code showing that the IDE will tell you when you have been when you're using the incorrect type. So CoffeeScript is another language. It's pretty similar to JavaScript with a few features. It is very similar to Python. It uses enhanced for loops and uses tabs for scoping. It takes away some of the bad features of JavaScript. It doesn't allow the use of double equals. Any double equals written in CoffeeScript will be compiled down to triple equals in JavaScript. Here we have a picture of a CoffeeScript program on the left and the equivalent JavaScript program on the right. You can see that they use the use of enhanced for loops right here, and that can greatly decrease the size of programs. The last language I'll be talking about is called Dart. Dart was created by Google. It is very similar to Java and C#. It is very different from JavaScript, unlike TypeScript and CoffeeScript. One of the main features of Dart is that it comes equipped with a standard library. JavaScript is known for having a very minimal to non-existent standard library, and TypeScript is more or less the same deal. Google has created a couple IDEs or plugins for IDEs, such as for the IntelliJ IDE and WebStorm. Another neat thing about Dart is that it has a special version of Chrome called Dartium that can run native Dart code and can be used to debug. So lastly, another reason you would use a JavaScript transpiler is there's also the existence of JavaScript to JavaScript transpilers. So every year features are proposed to JavaScript, and these features take a while to become implemented. There's different standards of JavaScript, such as ES5, ES 2015, ES 2016, 2017. But these features are, for the most part, not supported by most browsers. Most browsers nowadays support ES5. So in order to use these features, you would use a JavaScript to JavaScript transpiler. One example of this is Babel, which supports, it's a ES2 2015 transpiler. So there are some drawbacks to using transpiler. First off, it adds another step to your build process. One of the main drawbacks about using one is that your browser will show the error codes, the runtime errors for a transpiled JavaScript program, and most of these transpiled programs will be unreadable. You won't have any idea what they're doing. Another thing is that JavaScript libraries are still needed from time to time, and that can become a hassle to import a library written in JavaScript into another language. And lastly, it can abstract you from what the transpiled code would look like. So in conclusion, transpilers offer a lot of benefits and have very little cons. They are used by most modern web apps nowadays in some way or form, and they're a great solution to the slow adoption of new JavaScript standards by most browsers. These are my references. Thank you.